were trying to poison me. I spent a week in recovery. So here I am, back. Somehow they discovered where I was, so now they have changed me of location. I'm in what's supposed to be a safe house, what's supposed to be a different place. Well, everything has changed now. Now there's going to be a public trial where I'm gonna have to spill all the beans to tell everything I know. All the way we were doing it till now, it just won't be. Um, these videos, which were going to be part of the entire thing, they will be evidence. They will become evidence, of course, but all things will be told in the trial. Everything is going to be, of course, an online trial, but it's going to last a good round of hours. So I'm gonna have a lot to say. A lot of the things I said here, a lot of the things I didn't say here, but I share with them. Quite a few things I didn't share with anyone. So I guess I'm just doing these videos to, well, this video, and perhaps I will do another once the trial is done, just to give it a closure in a way. They almost killed me again. Apparently all what I have to say, well, it's important, but apparently for some people it is too important, so they don't want me to do it. But now it's like, if I was motivated before, now I'm even more motivated to do it. Now those I work for, they have officially and de facto become my enemies. So, well, I'm still alone anyway. Neither in this side, neither on the other. Just right on the middle, working in this case for one side and being targeted by the other. A tool, as I said before. I'm a tool. Except this time I stopped being a tool of that giant machinery, and now I'm a tool dismantling that machinery. Yeah. I appreciate the irony. What's left to say? It's gonna be an intense trial. It's going to be many hours, a lot to say, a lot to spill, a lot to go through. Fuck, I thought that after that experience, I had become acquainted with death, that I had been able to accept it, to accept the possibility that I thought I wasn't afraid anymore, but apparently I still fear death. I'm still afraid. I'm still fucking afraid of it. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life afraid, even if I'm going to be in secure locations, because after the trial I won't matter for them anymore. So how will it be? Locked up from one cell to the other, waiting for the vengeance of those I have wronged. So many I have wronged. So there was. How did I end up in this situation? Perhaps that's how I explained. Well, they called us, as I told you before, they called us again, a group of people like me, to do some operations after I had been retired. And well, one of those operations, it was during the fall of the GAFAM, during the collapse, when everything was going to hell. So one of the operations went wrong. Okay, no one spilled the beans, no one betrayed. It was completely botched, and the entire group, or most of the group, got captured. I was captured. So now, with the collapse, with new government, and the new government that was definitely decided to not let all the things that have happened go unpunished. So I was going to be trialed, even if I was a middle management. Even if I was fucking middle management, not even that. The structure was big, but for different reasons, as I say, context and everything, I was kind of middle management. So they offered me a particular deal. This deal. The alternative was I was going to spend 1 year as in solitary confinement, and then they were going to throw me to the prison, where I was going to be ripped apart by the prisoners, by many prisoners probably, because surely either because I was someone who knew too much, or someone who was wronged, or whatever reason you can imagine. So most of they didn't offer the same deal to the rest of the team, because they didn't have the connections I had. So at the first time I wasn't certain if I was going to accept it. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I had many reasons not to know whom to trust. I was completely fucking alone. I spent a month in solitary confinement because I needed to think. I actually requested them to do that. I needed to consider the offer. They tried to threaten me, but they knew I had a lot of information, so I turned things around. And many things, what to do, how to do, what was pragmatic, what was the practical thing to do, what I consider the right thing to do. Yeah. At that point, I had no illusions, or very few illusions about the things I had done. But I still had doubts. And after a month, alone, me, my thoughts, my memories, all the things I had done. After that, I accepted. I took the deal, and here I am, ready to testify, to fully testify. Now there's nothing more to be said. So, perhaps this is goodbye to all of those who have not seen this. Maybe we'll never see this. I guess this is goodbye. It was an interesting trip after all. Maybe when I finish the trial, I will do another video. 12 hours. That's what the trial lasts. 12 hours it lasts. I'm yeah, it's fucking deadline. Not deadline, Dave. I'm I'm so I've never felt I've never felt more tired in my entire life. I, I feel like I've been opened up and like if someone had drained drained everything that was there. Feel they opened me and they left nothing. I'm not sure if I'm someone anymore. Not even sure if I have an identity, personal life, private life, a reason for being. Exposed, shown to everyone. I think all that's left now for me is to go to sleep, to see what happens when I wake up. If I wake up, if I'm something when I wake up, if there is anything left of me. Hello again. It's been long since I made one of these videos. So long. After the trial, right? That was the last video I ever made. Some days after that, I tried to kill myself. Yeah. You see, there was this thin wall that was holding out, keeping all the guilt outside in a way, and the trial just broke the last line of defense I had against what I did. That's all I had done. So I tried to kill myself. I did it in a pretty sloppy way because, well, the guard managed to save me. Yeah, he used to listen to music, and that music used to annoy me so much, but that guy saved my life. I was in a medical facility, psychiatrist for quite a few months. I don't remember now how long. And well, after they deemed me recovered enough and well with a shitload of medication inside my system. I I was sent back to prison. Here I am. I'm not sure if I'll spend the rest of my life between these walls, but sure as hell I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in jail. But that's the lesser problem. Problem. That's the lesser punishment. You see, it's the guilt. All the things I did. Now, I think the only reason I'm not killing myself is because of all this wall of medications that are keeping me stable, but and well, maybe the therapy, but which the therapy hopes to make me, I don't know, help me to live with that guilt. I guess subconsciously it's just they just want me to live the rest of my life with that guilt, to suffer it. And well, it's it's the right thing, isn't it? That's the true punishment, and that's what I deserve. You see, I am being away all those sociopaths who are unable to feel any kind of guilt. But in a way, I feel some sort of peace, some sort of peace at some level that they'll never feel, despite how crushing this guilt is. It's like it's like if I was human again somehow. You know, I was never a true sociopath. I was never a psychopath, but I did take some of their characteristics to do what I did. Do you know? I wanted to be a painter when I was a child. Fucking painter. Like fucking Van Gogh. Or Van Gogh, or however the hell they call him. Yeah, like Vincent Van Gogh or Van Gogh. Stupid German accent. I wanted to be a painter. Well, I ended up being a brush, and I painted history with red. And now, in a way, I have painted history again. This time, I guess, with better colors, with a better shape, a better painting. Maybe I'm gonna dedicate myself to that for the rest of my life, to paint. I don't know how long I'll live. I mean, I'm not old, but I guess maybe my guilt will lead me away eventually, or someone I wrong will kill me. You can never be sure. Or maybe I will kill myself. Not many will complain. At this point I just don't know what else to say. I just don't know what to do. I guess in a way my purpose in this life, if there is such a thing, has been fulfilled. Or maybe not. Maybe I still have something to do with myself. Not with the rest of the world, but yes, with myself. It's a shame though, because this world that is being created, that's being born now, it's going to be a better world than the world I was part of. Well, sadly I won't be a part of it. I will be kept isolated. One of those monsters, or, well, a regretful monster. A decent one. But I will still be kept isolated forever. They won't let me out. There won't be any consolation, and I wouldn't deserve it anyway. But again, I guess I have managed to find some measure of peace, some measure of truth, of honesty. You know, I think that was the guard. He's Spanish. Yeah, they have a particular guard for myself every time, just to take care of me. My own personal Alfred. Maybe I will read comics too now that I have the time. Maybe I will write one. They say it's hard to face the truth, and well, it is, but as they say, the truth will set you free. I had to cut the previous video short because the guard just knocked the door. He wanted to ask me a couple of things, and well, he asked me those things. I don't even remember what he asked me. I was saying that the truth will set you free, and in a way it has truly set me free of the delusions, of the lies, of the deceptions, of the self-justifications. But I do wonder which one is the best way to live. With this truth or with the lies. I have the peace in a way. That's something they'll never have, even if they never realize it. Or well, I have some measure of peace. As much as I can have. It all I did was all of those choices were my responsibility alone. Ultimately, it was I who made those choices, even though I was conditioned. What can you say about conditioning, you know? I mean, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I mean, if you never experienced love, how could you comprehend it in a way? But I did experience love, and I still did all those things, all those horrible things. My family, or what remains of my family, probably watched the trial. I just cannot imagine how they must have felt. How my mother must have felt, or my brothers, or my nephews, or old friends, or anyone related to me. It was not their fault I ended up like this, anyway. Well, maybe my father didn't help, but it wasn't their fault. Who is at fault, in a way? How much free will do we have? How much, well, some level I must have, because I do feel better for the few good things I have done. I just cannot cry anymore. It feels like a mockery, but I just cannot cry. I could cry for the rest of my life. I could beg God for mercy if there was one. cry and beg for forgiveness forever for every single thing I did, for every single bad deed. But even with the good ones, won't wash the other away. It won't take them back. You cannot take them back. I guess you can just move forward. My mother will never see this, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was me, the one you had as a son. I'm sorry for what I did. I truly am. I hope someday you can reach to me. I hope someday you can forgive me, not because I deserve forgiveness, just so you can feel better about yourself. I guess that's all I have to say. I guess this is goodbye. To whomever watches this, I wish you the best. I wish you a good life.